How's everyone feeling?
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Do you notice how when someone says, how are you, what do you say usually? Good, fine, exactly, right? Hey, we live in an energy world, an emotional world. So the next time you are asked, how are you feeling? This is about getting real with our emotions. Living in the freedom frequency is about shifting through the dark energies that we experience in this realm and how we can step up into higher levels of love that Bob has been talking about and Anthony and everyone here has been singing about. The energy in this room is so powerful, so incredible. I can see why you're drawn to be here every Sunday. However, sometimes out in that realm, right, it can feel a little different. And so today I want to really focus on emotion and the power of emotion, energy in motion. And I know that I'm speaking to a very enlightened group here. I'm going to be sharing concepts with you, ideas with you, truth with you that you've all heard before. I'm just here to remind you, okay? We are all beautiful, incredible human beings, but we can forget who we are out there in that world. Right now, we are moving from 3D reality to 5th dimensional reality. And what does that mean? You all know, right? 5D is referred to as the love frequency. I refer to it as enlightenment. We are all on the journey to enlightenment, every single soul on this planet. There's one thing that can hold us back on that journey, or can create more struggle as we ascend. And that can be fear. So if we look at this reality that we're in, we experience two main energies, fear and love. And right now, we're experiencing a lot of fear on this planet. Can you feel it? Right? There's a lot of chaos. How many of you are feeling uncertainty about the future? This is why coming here on Sundays is so important, to be in community. I'm also co-founder of Life Force Canada, and we have thousands of people across Canada who are really stepping into what it means to be sovereign, how we can take back our power. Because a lot of people, we've been trained in this world to be powerless. And as you can see in the programming that's out there, the television, the movies, etc., the school system, every system that we have, our healthcare system has been designed to keep us in that powerlessness state. And the truth is, right, you're singing about it, and Bob's been sharing, all of you, we all know that we're divine human beings with so much power. But they don't want us to realize that out there in the world. I'm going to share a chart with you. It's the freedom frequency chart. Many of you have seen this chart before. However, every time you witness the chart and you see it for yourself, it offers up a gift. A gift in self-awareness. A gift in, what am I really ready to let go of? So I can really align with that divine nature of who I truly am. Okay? Now, I'm going to have Lyra. She's going to be our volunteer to help. Do you have any more pens? I do have a green one and a red one. I just want to make sure that everyone can see. So Lyra, I'm going to have you choose the red or the green. Thank you so much for volunteering. She's got great penmanship. Okay, so what I'm going to have Lyra do is you're going to call out negative words. So this is about negative perceived, right? Perceived negative emotions or negative qualities in life that doesn't make you feel really good. And she's going to put all the words below the line right here. So it's really great to have that awareness of all the things we really don't like to see or feel, right? So what would that be? You can just call out the words.
Criticism.
Hate. Hate. Oh, excellent.
Bigotry.
Bigotry.
Sadness.
Sadness. The green one's doing good. So thank you. Just a second.
Oh, my spelling's okay.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. That's another one.
Criticism.
Frustration, criticism,
Loneliness.
loneliness. Very good.
Doubt.
Doubt,
Impatience.
Doubt. Jealousy. Loneliness.
loneliness,
Disappointment. Racism.
disappointment,
Racism.
yeah, racism, resentment,
It's called racism.
RAC, oh yes, yeah, yes, very good. Resentment, disconnection,
I'm glad it's you, Laura, I can see it. I needed the spell check for you. I know.
disconnection, anger, violence, negativity,
Prejudice. Failure.
failure,
Powerlessness.
powerlessness, thank you,
And helplessness.
helplessness,
Despair.
lots of words flowing on it, isn't there?
No shortage.
Loss is one as well, loss,
Jealousy. Ego.
ego,
Can I put adverse ego? Because in Unity, we looked at spiritual ego. and
okay,
that-
we're gonna put ego right here, actually. Thank you for that.
Lying.
Lying, manipulation,
Feeling the victim.
victim, yes. Disease,
Blame.
blame,
Shame.
shame, yes. Guilt. Okay, you all get the idea.
You come up with those pretty fast.
Awesome. Okay, so now you're going to call out words that feel good and we all want more of.
Joy.
Joy,
Hope.
Happy.
Peace.
Love. Prosperity.
Understanding.
very good.
Compassion. Acceptance. Kindness. Patience.
Understanding, acceptance, kindness.
Kindness, patience,
Tolerance.
and as she's writing these words down, I want you to just think in and feel in to
Trust.
words that are resonating with you in your own life, whether it's below the line or above the line.
Connection.
Community.
Fulfillment.
Fulfillment,
Openness.
fulfillment, and then what was the other one?
Openness.
Forgiveness.
Openness, forgiveness,
Strength.
strength, courage,
Inclusive.
yes, calm,
Centered.
I don't want to rub off the ones below with my hand.
Devotion.
Faith.
faith. Awesome, that's perfect. Okay, Laura, everyone. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to feel into, again, those words below the line. What words do you struggle with in your relationships? Whether it's friendships, family, what comes up for you? What comes up for you if you are watching television? I'm trusting no one here watches television. You've all disconnected your cable, correct? Yes. I did that last year. Pardon me?
Just notice we don't fear on the bottom.
Oh, that's
Big one.
it's a big one, yes. And I'm going to put fear right here. Because this here is what's known as the fear frequency. All of these negative emotions are in the fear frequency of life. And a lot of times people can say, I'm not feeling any fear. But we don't realize that a lot of the emotions and negative emotions, when I say negative, it's the perception of negativity. Because every emotion has a powerful gift, right? And once we get the gift within all of these perceived negative emotions, we then begin to spiral up. We begin to shift in consciousness. This is what is known as the shadow work, right? This is why in this reality we are taught in the systems, the corrupt systems that are here, to ignore all of this. The systems here feed into this, right? And so we need to really begin to unplug ourselves from the systems that we've been indoctrinated in so that we can begin to spiral up. We're here as a human being, we come here, we're born, and what do? We experience all this as a child, right? Love, happiness, joy. We're connected to Mother Earth. We're so excited, right? Play, all of these words. And then there's a defining moment that when we're in a teenager or we're in childhood, whenever that defining moment is, and all of a sudden, it's the awakening of the ego in the third dimensional reality and pops us into feeling all of these energies. And so then we, as we make the way in life, we begin to ride the emotional roller coaster. How many of you are familiar with the emotional roller coaster? Yes, right? So one moment you can be feeling connection, and the next moment you can be feeling disconnected. One moment you can be feeling love, the next moment you can be feeling anger. And the thing is that when we are down here, sometimes when you're angry, how long does it take you to shift from anger to forgiveness, to love? Did you know that you can do that in 1 minute? In less than 60 seconds, you can shift from anger, hate, to love in less than 60 seconds. That's available to all of us. Because down here, okay, this is the collective consciousness. This is not your true source. This is your soul up here. This is your light up here. This is who you truly are. But in this realm, in this 3D realm that we're in, right, we've forgotten. We're in that forgetfulness of who we are. And this is why now, right, we're in the Great Awakening. It's a very exciting time to be alive right now. We are in the Great Awakening as we move and shift into higher levels of consciousness. We are here, as Bob was saying earlier, we're here to embody our higher self, to be the higher self. To let go of all of this here, because none of this is true. It feels true in the moment, because we've been taught through society, through the systems, that this is real. When in fact, when you begin to peel the layers of the onion, it's like, I am peace already. I don't have to go looking for peace out there. I'm already love. Oh my gosh, I don't have to go looking for it out there, right? So this here is also called our darkness, as I mentioned. This is our light. And this is the freedom frequency. So you know when you're in these states of consciousness, they're very expansive, right? It's like, oh, you can breathe. When you're in that gratitude, the energy of gratitude, the energy of peace, the energy of calmness, it's very expansive, right? When you're down here, how do you feel? Very restrictive, right? Very restrictive. So anytime you're feeling restricted, you can feel when you're cut off from another human being. You can feel when you're cut off from your beloved. You can feel when you're cut off from a friend. And in those moments when you feel cut off, that is your higher self saying, it's time, right now, this moment, to walk into their field, to walk into their energy field, and say, I am so sorry. I forgive you. Whatever words you need to say to bring yourself back into the love vibration. It's only up to you. No one can do this for you. We can be love at any moment. Any moment. We can choose love. We are not here to allow that force, that darker force, to take over our lives. We are moving through an ascension process right now. We're moving through a purification process right now. Humanity is moving through this time. It's called end times right now. It's end times for this realm. Okay? Not for us. Okay? Humanity is shifting. And as we begin to say yes to doing the inner work, to saying, you know what, I am not going to allow my doubt to stop me from moving forward. I am not going to allow my resentment to hold me back anymore. I am going to choose forgiveness. And forgiveness is the line right here that helps you cross over. Having the courage to forgive. And then as you have the courage to forgive, you move into gratitude. And then you're able to experience all of these really powerful emotions that are who you are. So is there anyone in your life right now that you can think of that just makes you feel really angry or upset, or you have resentment towards? Think of that person. Might be more than one. But I really recommend you go home today and you write out those names of those people that are still allowing the feelings of resentment to take over your life, for anger to take over your life. Because when you allow for those emotions to take over your life, you are giving your power away. This is where powerlessness is, right? And if we stay stuck down here below the line too long, we move into depression, right? So depression, the opposite of depression is creativity. And I see a lot of creative minds here, right? So we're here to create in our own mind how we want to feel. We get to choose every moment how we want to feel. As Bob was saying, right, we have the power of the mind to create our reality. And as we're moving forward, right, this is where enlightenment is, here. And enlightenment, how I define it, is the lightening up of healthy emotions. Right? This is really, these words all down below the line are very heavy. We're now choosing to spiral up and make a conscious choice to enlighten ourselves, right? This here is, what is it, 7.8 billion we have on the planet right now? This is the collective, right here. So when you're here, you're tuning into the fear-based consciousness of the collective. It's not who you are, though. Okay? Most people are not self-aware. Most people are still asleep. And when we tune into this, we're lowering our frequency. We're lowering our energy fields, right? We're bringing our energy field in, and we can feel really restricted. And when we're here too long, we create dis-ease in our body. So what's up here, right? Do we have it? Health. Okay. So health is above the line. Where's disease? Below the line. You are health already. Our medical system teaches us to stay in this frequency. The more we're in this frequency, the more money they make. Right? So we're learning here how to shift out of this realm and into here to be healthy in the mind, to be healthy in the heart, to be healthy in the body, right, in the soul. And we do this one step at a time. One step at a time. I'm the co-founder of Life Force Canada, and we're teaching people how to become self-reliant, to stop participating in their world. Because that world is like this devil's sandbox. That's what I call it, the devil's sandbox. Right? And we don't need to create another sandbox. We don't. We need to come over here and create heaven on earth. That's the power that we have. And we can only do this in togetherness. Coming together and becoming self-reliant. Stepping away from the medical system that is here. It's a sick care system, right? It's not designed to keep you healthy. We move up here and we take radical self-responsibility. And as you take responsibility for your own energy, you become healthy. This is the power you have. How many of you know this? How many of you know that you have the power to heal your body? Yes, exactly. To share a little bit about me, I used to be on welfare, addicted to cocaine. I've done every drug except heroin. I was at the very bottom of the line. Abusive relationships, right? Very abusive. And I decided I am going to somehow change my life. And I had a spiritual awakening in 1993. God came right into my room, right into my body, showed me that love is all that's real. That fear is the illusion. And so I look at the acronym of fear, F-E-A-R, face everything and rise.
Wow.
We just created that t-shirt now at First So we are here to face all of these energies. What lives inside of you that is not who you are? What energy is alive inside of you? that is not who you are, but you're allowing that voice inside of you, right? To say you're not worthy, you're not good enough, smart enough, you don't have enough knowledge. That's the voice that keeps you here. That's the voice of the ego, the unhealthy ego, right? We all need ego to be here. We need to create a healthy ego. That voice inside, got two voices. The voice of the ego, the unhealthy ego, that dark voice. Or we have the voice, right? The higher self. And in that moment of my awakening, I heard the voice of my higher self the very first time. I didn't even know I had a higher self. Didn't even know I had a soul. I heard about the soul, read about the soul. But now I'm experiencing my soul for the very first time. And that shifted my life. And it was a journey. It was a very long journey. But I dissolved that whole life completely to rise up. And in that moment, I remember my higher self saying, relinquish all fear that limits you. I didn't know what fear was back then. But now I do. All perceived negative emotions are fear-based consciousness, and we're being called right now to do the work, and rise up into who we are, because we are going through the eye of the needle. And we all have the power to do this work. We all have the power to be there, to create heaven on earth. So just tune in again to any of these words, maybe pick one or two that you are going to commit to working on in your life. And these words usually show up in your relationships, whether it's with your son or daughter, parents. Parents can be a trigger. So anyone that's triggering you in your life, okay, go, yes! Thank you for being in my life! Because they are the divine messenger here to wake you up from programs and belief systems that are not working for you. Okay? So give them a hug.